you doing? I'm Michael Bell, the voice of Duke.
Hi, this is Adrienne Palicki, Lady J from G.I. Joe.
Hey there, it's Rachel Nichols, aka Scarlett.
And if you're listening...
And you're listening...
And you are listening to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe with Greg and Jaren.
Yo, Joe!
It's Greg and Jaren on the mic. Let's go. Time to dive into the world of G.I. Joe. From comics to toys, cartoons to flicks. Exploring every era, get your nostalgia fix. Classified secrets to vintage finds. Analyzing story arcs, collecting toy lines. Whether you're a pro or a new recruit, join the team, grab your gear, follow suit. It's Anything Joe's, your frontline crew. Every facet of the Joe world we're searching through. Yo, Joe, Cobra, the battle's begun. A collaborative journey, let's have some fun.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe. My name is Greg Engel.
And I'm Jaren Decker.
And we'll be your host today. Today on Anything Joe's, we're going back into the old cartoon archives. It's been a while since we've watched a cartoon episode. We rarely watch them if they're not part of the Big Five-parters, and I know we still have a Big Five-parter to watch. But for now, I've picked a very specific episode that is relative to what's going on in the toy world. Because just today, I received this Super 7 Reaction Plus figure in the mail of Mara. Mara is a Cobra test subject. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds, but she's a cartoon-specific character. We're going to watch the episode that introduces her. It's really the only... She makes a secondary appearance in There's No Place Like Springfield, but this is really her only appearance. There are lots of G.I. Joe characters in the cartoon that only got this one episode, but have lived on for a long time with fans. And I'm excited that Super 7 is releasing figures like this that we never got a figure of before. It makes me think of like Satin from one of the old five-parters, or Honda Lou, which was this girl that helped Roadblock fight some Cobras. Lots of like kind of civilians that get roped into G.I. Joe activities that we didn't get figures of. And Mara is one of the first that we've never really seen. They did a Pythona, which I also have, and they did a Big Lob, which are two vintage figures that we had not gotten prior. And I'm very excited about them. But Mara's never been done in any scale, to my knowledge, in any capacity. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm excited to watch this episode with you because, one, I haven't seen this episode in a long time. There's lots of episodes I watch on the regular, and for whatever reason, this isn't one of them. But there's really no bad episodes of the cartoon. And I hope at some point, Jaren, that we will have watched all of them, even though that's a bit of a hefty undertaking. We'll put this on the checklist and go ahead and mark it off as another one that we've seen as we barrel through them all. So without further ado, let's watch Season 1 episode of the G.I. Joe animated series, Memories of Mara. Will Hasbro place a trademark copyright claim on this video? I don't know, but it never stops me from trying. Here we go.
To defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
He never gives up, he'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe will dare.
That's a pretty small bomb to do such a massive amount of damage. It has like those Cobra airships must have a Death Star-like vulnerability in them.
Yeah, it should be any year now where they make the prequel movie.
This is not a drill. Radio room, bring in the
Yeah.
shark. Aye, sir.
Unidentified vessel, range 3,000 yards and closing.
Ooh, Lady J's got a fancy wetsuit on.
Not the submarine we were looking for, Lady J?
That Duke is putting it mildly. Instead of the USS Nurka and its missing crew, we found a Cobra sub.
Or a Mackinac. This will go in our archive of great vehicles that we did not get a release for. The Cobra sub that has the, like, I don't know what you would call that face on the front. This three-fanged serpent, sea serpent. This looks like...
It looks cool, though.
I wonder if they have a name for it. It almost looks like the Tiger Force logo. It's using some of those colors a little bit.
Fiberglass hull, highly vulnerable to attack.
Probably an American Navy mine hunter.
We cannot allow her to search these waters, Destro.
I am aware of that, Commander. Ahead full.
You're going to take her?
Ready, torpedo.
I love that a good, large chunk of Cobra leadership is all on one small sub.
I was just thinking the same thing. It seems like they're always involved in every mission, no matter where it's at. Underwater, in space, they're there all the time.
The Vipers might be specialized, but the leaders just do everything.
They just don't trust it. There's Mara now.
Why is she blue?
Hypothermia.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Hey, that other tooth is red now.
Blood in the water.
Fish coming at 10 degrees, sir.
Every time they fire a torpedo, one tooth turns red.
Is that how you... Wait a minute. Is that how you stop a torpedo? Is that possible? I say this every episode. G.I. Joe has bent my understanding of so many things in the real world that I actually have no idea if that's feasible. I would assume you have to fire another underwater weapon to stop an underwater weapon. Like they would hit the water and either A, detonate immediately, or B, just fizzle out. I don't know.
I think they have ones that shoot like that. Like they shoot out, land, and go in the water.
Oh, you're right. That I guess that's what that's supposed to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Time on second
Oh,
torpedo.
tooth's white again.
He brushed in between killings.
They thought they killed her with the first one, so they put it red, and then they're like, "Oh, miss."
Oh
They
yeah,
made it white again.
Turn off the red tooth, everybody. No victory tonight.
Firepower to fight off a sub. Unless the shark arrives soon, we're fucked.
Let's go, shark.
This is Peso.
He looks beefy. He looks as beefy as
He
his
is
toy.
beefy.
It
Yeah.
won't be soon enough to.
Bro, we hurt you.
Duke, it must be shipwreck.
It must be shipwreck. What other person would be so foolish as to fall off?
I'm gonna use the Skyhook to buy us some time. Do it. We need every second.
Do it.
I like to imagine
You're-
that like Frostbite is on board. He's like, "Well, it definitely wasn't gonna be me.
All right.
There's no snow."
Joe! I've spotted shipwreck and someone else. We copy
She's
Skyhawk.
pretty
We'll
foxy.
pick 'em up.
Duke
And
moving
there's
in.
the sub. I'll try and keep her busy. Aircraft overhead.
That does not look like any submarine I've seen before.
No.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Heat-seeking missile approaching.
Crash time. Fire sunburst.
Does the sub give off heat?
Activate emergency generator.
I think our problems with the Cobra sub.
Weapon people, please weigh in on in the comment section about the logistics of how this would work and if it's feasibly possible.
It's blue, sir. She must be half frozen. Get me some blankets.
The girl. Is she all right?
Is she single?
Take it easy, shipwreck. The medical take care of her. Did you notice the Cobra insignia on her wetsuit?
Yeah.
Emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On her
leaving her there.
wetsuit.
Fire surface to air missile.
Man, this thing's loaded with stuff. Wow, that is
No
some
shot.
good.
Oh my
that is some
goodness.
Good shooting.
I'm coming down.
Tank, buddy. This crate's gonna explode any second.
What, he fainted from how
Jeez.
cool that shot was from Gung Ho.
But I want to tell you, Gung Ho, that's the
mean,
closest shave
This is the most impressive I've ever seen a human. He just shot that thing in half a second and then kicked a whole helicopter off
She's suffocating. Do something. I swear this is standard rescue
one leg.
procedure by the book.
I swear, lady, this is standard rescue procedure. Smoochy, smoochy.
Jumping catfish. She's got gills.
She's an extra in Kevin Custer's Waterworld.
Wait, what?
I gotta get her back in the water.
Drowned.
She'll die. Are you crazy? Stay out of my way.
She's got a Cobra logo. I've
Why
got
was
to
she
get her
str-
back in the water.
Why was she struggling so much originally?
Breathing through gills like a blasted trout.
Come on.
Come on, shipwreck's crazy. Hey,
Hey,
there's our
our
divers.
yellow swimsuit guys.
Yeah.
Gyros have been Commander. I found the girl.
The sub is
Falling apart. We
Pretty good
return to
eyesight.
base.
Oh, where will
She was barely above water.
Bottom line.
Yes, yes, we must go back.
Not without the girl.
They just quote Stone Cold, and that's the bottom line.
She may divulge the location of our undersea laboratory. Their ship is no match for us while our weapons remain operational.
I mean, it seems debatable based on what I've seen so far. Did you not see Gung Ho shoot that missile out of the air?
Cobra Commander.
Yeah, he might just kick your submarine in half.
You're gonna be okay.
You're weird as heck, but you're gonna be okay.
She's breathing easier now, but her skin still has that bluish tinge. It's not because she's cold, it's...
Wow, sneaky.
Yeah, we didn't want to hear what she had to say anyway.
Yeah.
You're coming.
Man, it'd suck if they had, like, some kind of warning system.
Yeah, I know, right? They're shooting they detected the submarine from a mile away and immediately shut it down, but these guys didn't see it coming. Everybody was too busy checking out the cool water girl.
They found our weakness. It's below 6 foot tall men. They don't show up.
They found our weakness. It's cryptids. Mara, the water wizard.
Let me go! I won't go back!
I mean, you should probably be underwater. It'd probably help. You could breathe.
Yeah, that's your whole thing, right? We could have this conversation down here. Oh, okay, slick.
Get your flippers off of me.
That's not my flipper.
Put them over your heads.
One harpoon gun and 5 guys
She
surrendered.
just hold up 5 dudes with
Well, yeah,
1 harpoon.
1 harpoon. They're like, well, she's going to get somebody. I don't want it to be me. Oh, you crushed us all.
And sonar didn't the shark. It must have arrived by air. The Joe's presence confirms my suspicions. The Trogon is not patrolling for mines. She's looking for the Nurka.
We warned you that capturing a Navy sub
Could be more trouble than it's worth.
The secrets of the Nurka's advanced weaponry are worth millions.
If you can pry them from the crew, and if we survive the Trogon's reinforcements.
Peso to antagonize. Target sighted. About to open a can of snakes. Out.
Torpedoes.
At 320.
I mean, they would die.
Yeah, they're going to get killed from the compression or whatever.
Like, that's not something you come back from there.
I like it when they just add stuff onto the vehicle. I don't think the shark has a little tiny gun on the front. They were just like, for this story, it does. Oh, you guys are boned. I watched Gung Ho's sharpshoot just a second ago.
We're trapped between the shark and the Trogon. We'll never escape.
Stand by on Tube 3. Prepare to crash dive on my command.
How do you rescue a mermaid? If we can't take her out of the water...
Put her in a fishbowl. Wow, again, more torpedoes. These guys they've really got quite a bit of artillery.
Up there. The water's up
Yeah.
to get choppy.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
mean-
That's fine, but I watched Gung Ho shoot one out of the air, and it was way cooler.
Bring a dolphin tank. We'll rendezvous at the Marine Research Station on Espiritu Island.
Have we troops in that vicinity?
Oh, yes. We do indeed.
We're also
forgot
over
all
there
about
with
that.
him. We're everywhere. Epcot Center.
I told you, I don't know where your missing submarine is, and I don't know the location of the Cobra Undersea Laboratory.
Yeah, that's
She
not a
was.
phone. It
She
just
was a part
dispenses
of the
ice cream.
operation. She has to know.
Well, personally, I believe her.
Then personally, I think you're a moron.
How'd you like to lose 10 pounds, Toots? All for the neck up.
Jeez.
You two.
Quite aggressive.
That escalated.
I didn't think it was possible with current technology.
Cobra has progressed beyond current technology. That's because they have no restrictions on experimentation and no lack of volunteers. I was to be the first of a squadron of amphibious commandos. Cobra soldiers who could breathe both air and water. The conversion process involved altering the genetic code of certain cells in my body. But something went wrong.
Get her into the tank. Hurry!
The following weeks were a nightmare as my body adjusted to its new condition. The doctors promised to reverse the procedure, but they were lying.
We will call her Elena.
To keep me and study me like some laboratory specimen.
I mean, isn't there value to someone who can stay underwater, though?
Yeah, I would be like, okay, you're actually promoted. You get to pick your own code name now and be a cool Cobra villain.
Promise. I'll contact our science team.
Yeah,
they will not believe
she just
this.
stopped an eel by cutting off the air to it.
Yeah,
It would
join
really
our
be
team
nice if the eels had gills.
If you're not going to work with them, work with us for sure.
I think we've done it.
I think we've done it. We've made her redundant.
The tank of air will keep the water in the helmet properly oxygenated. But it's heavy. 15 minutes of air is about all she can carry.
And I can't talk to her.
She loves that.
It's small, uninhabited. We can hide Mara there.
Cobra fire bats, let's go!
Oh, a little Star Wars noise in there for you, Jaren.
Hey.
That was definitely a TIE Fighter sound effect.
Yeah.
This way.
Mara is kind of the like building block for what would the Hydro Viper would become, because the Hydro Vipers are similarly genetic experiments of dudes that can breathe underwater. They have gills and they have that weird webby hand. This episode is pre-Hydro Viper.
He's a little.
If I'm out of water too long, my skin dries. It's painful.
Put this thing back on. We gotta.
Well.
I just wanted to thank you for saving my life.
You're.
Well, maybe save it a couple more times.
Welcome. What the?
Random Dreadnought appearance.
Again, Swampy. She's still a frog.
Womp womp womp.
G.I. Joe will return after these.
So yeah, the Hydro Viper had not been released at this time, and I don't think these two things are connected in any real way, but it is interesting to see. In my mind, you know, I'm always like in the Joe-verse. I'm trying to think of like how Mara would fit in a world where Hydro Vipers exist, or if she's the like precursor to that.
Only convenient alliances. We're all cannon fodder when it suits Cobra Commander.
Mara is quite the activist.
I learned that
in school. Cobra school.
the hard way.
She can only stay on land a few minutes. Get her back to the water.
Quick, she needs my saliva.
Shoot, dog pedal. Water moccasin.
Whoa.
You were faking?
No, just exaggerating.
No
You
joke
gotta
needed.
get out of here. Swim for
Swim, dummy. Sploosh.
This way.
Huh? Where'd they go? You bloody fool! You lost them. It ain't my fault.
Cobra Commander's gonna take this badly.
He's on a spaceship right now. He'll be back on an underwater underwater in the next 18 hours. He's got a busy schedule.
Konatonga it is. Move out. Mara?
She was just a tree all the time.
Shoes go.
Shipwreck! Over here! Come on,
She's stolen.
The water's great!
I'll be right there.
Shipwreck? Are you all right?
Come on, Mara. Cut it out. Say, how could you work for Cobra? You're just not the type.
How do you know? Back in my
Stab your hose right now, champ.
you did whatever you had to get along. I never thought about what
You
was
actually
right
know
or wrong.
nothing about me
I never
because
had
you've
that luxury.
only tried to kiss me.
I learned that no
Yeah.
one is nice to you, except for their own reasons. Everybody wants something.
And I want to go to Olive Garden,
When they
Shipwreck.
let on.
I am a moron. You do know where
Because when you're there, you're
don't you?
family.
Is Is that what you want, Shipwreck?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting the Nurka back, saving her crew. Of course, if you can't afford that luxury. Hey, what are you...
Jeez.
So, I'm attracted to morons.
So apparently so am I.
And I got this thing for mermaids.
Well, she's not a mermaid. She has 2 legs, Shipwreck. Thus confirming the moron part, I guess.
There goes paradise.
According to what Mara said, the layout of Cobra's undersea base looks like this. And they have the Nurka and her crew.
It looks like this landmass.
We ask so little, Commander Jordan. A single word, perhaps 2, the access code to Nurka's computer.
Which contains the designs for the ship's
There's some
weapons.
more little Star Wars-esque referencing here.
Your life and
The little interrogator droid.
Never. You'll never get it from me.
I'm so sorry, Admiral. Interrogator has not been invented yet, so this robot will have to do his job.
Repairs to our submarine are almost complete, Destro.
That was fast.
Aren't
You don't sound thrilled.
Cobra Commander has yet to capture the girl. It may be wisest to evacuate this base.
What about the Nurka?
As Jordan
Nurka,
refuses
Nurka,
to
Nurka.
cooperate, we will scuttle her with her crew.
I think I knew all along that the change was irreversible. I just couldn't face it.
Easy now. It's gonna be all right.
Attention all divers. Stand by to commence undersea rescue
she seems to be doing fine out of water right now.
Where's Mara?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any fish bowls nearby or anything for her to wash her face in.
Shipwreck, you're not an experienced diver.
Shipwreck's not an experienced diver. He's a literal sailor.
Cobra.
If Lady J is, how is Shipwreck not? Stay here. I'm going to go kill Lady J for her sass mouth. That's a weird window into the building.
Shipwreck, you're not an experienced diver because you don't have a cool swimsuit like I do.
Let's split up. You Joes go with Alpine. The rest of you, head that way.
Is that C4, I guess?
I guess.
Like, oh, I can copy all my favorite Heathcliff comic strips with this.
Or just Play-Doh for fun.
Yeah.
Prepare my sub for immediate launch.
You're not going anywhere, Destro. Where's the crew of the Nurka? Ugh.
Take her to the lab.
Make her underwater, lady.
Who the devil?
Can you lead me to your crew?
I think so.
It's a white man.
So trusting.
The Nurka is that way.
Probably. They are going to throw her in there. They said they're not hurting for test subjects. They just want to give it. They're just like, well, why not? This will be fun. Worst case scenario, we're going to make her a superhuman Lady J that can also breathe underwater. That doesn't seem flawed in any sense of the matter.
Also, we need to hurry up and evacuate. But first, let's go run the scientific test.
A blue-skinned woman helped you. Sir Smurfette joined at Joe's? No, I'm wearing metal. This CAT scan machine. Oh, I got you.
Shipwreck. She saved my life.
Help me get her out of here.
And then forgot she wasn't underwater.
Well, that little device that knocked off seemed to also have an effect on her somehow.
5 minutes are up.
Oh, was that the timer for the bombs?
I guess.
She actually turned it on.
You waited as long as you could, Commander Jordan.
Sir, they're okay. They're swimming to the surface.
Should we shoot them just to keep everything on the plausible deniability?
There's no
What underwater sea base?
Mara.
No, don't say it.
please. It'll only make things harder. Konatonga is a beautiful place.
But I wouldn't want to live there.
I love that we established that this lady has to be underwater. And then we don't really see her underwater again.
No, she doesn't actually spend a lot of time underwater.
Even when she's in water, her head and gills are above water.
That episode seems short.
So that's it. Very short.
Memories of Mara. We didn't take a lot of breaks like we normally do because I can kind of just cram it all in between the dialogue now. Real quickly, I'll show you the figure again. I am really excited that they're making figures like this. I like this card art a lot also, and the figure has, the little helmet so she can survive, and it's got a little air tank with it. The figure itself, I'm going to do an unboxing if you're interested in seeing more on this, but figure itself is pretty bare bones, just like the character is itself. I mean, in the show, she's just wearing basically a bodysuit with a gigantic Cobra logo, but I think it's all great. Mara's file card says, file name unknown. Well, it's Mara. Guys, we know it's Mara. That's her real name. Or the worst code name I've ever heard. Primary military specialty, amphibious trooper. Secondary military specialty, not available. She just did not bother to train her in anything else at all. Birthplace unknown. Grade not available. Formerly a trained Cobra eel, Mara was one of the first tests of a Cobra experiment to integrate fish DNA into humans. She grew gills, but her skin color changed. She was no longer able to breathe in the open air. Mara originally joined Cobra out of a hard-luck neighborhood where right and wrong didn't matter and no one was a friend. She found out that Cobra wanted more than they let on. She departed Cobra with help from G.I. Joe during an incident where the Joes were attempting to find the USS Nurka. Quote, there are no friends in Cobra, only convenient alliances. They're all cannon fodder when it suits Cobra Commander. I learned that the hard way. That's from the cartoon that we just watched. This file card is a little stiff. It reads like a chat GTP, but it covers all the bases that she grew up in a hard-luck neighborhood. It seems to be implied that Mara joined Cobra out of a financial hardship, which is something that you do see across the board in Cobra. They're joining out of desperation, be it an officer, a Viper, or whatever. That's another. It's not money seems to be a big driving factor for people that have nowhere else to turn. That's where some of the baddies come from, which is actually kind of a bad look when you think about how many of them get killed all the time. They're just trying to provide for their family, but Shipwreck had to put a bullet in you because you kissed his girl. Jaren, as we wrap up, do you have any thoughts on this episode? I think this is the first self-contained episode we've ever watched, which maybe is another reason why it feels so short, is they don't have a lot of time to cross all their T's and dot all their I's and get a story in and introduce a character.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, having not watched a whole lot. And these are the kind of things that are really fun because it really builds out the world. Like, now there's just some blue fish lady in the world somewhere. You can always pull from her. If you need her again, she's there. It felt short, but it also, I felt like it didn't feel like nothing happened. Like, we had an actual arc.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, but I don't know. It's weird, but I think it's just because it's been a little while since we've watched anything. It's crazy just to see cartoons and how they've evolved. Like, this was something in the 80s, and it was a hit. People loved it, and nowadays everything has changed so much to, like, you can't have a real storyline. Everything has to be flashy and bright and change every 3 seconds. And now I know there are some exceptions, but for the most part, everything is just geared to, like, stimulation, I guess. Whereas this was like telling a real story. You're further building the Cobras and the Joes and really building a world, and it's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching these because I have a pretty short attention span, and I have to focus on what we're watching because it's what we're talking about. And so I'm always seeing a lot of little stuff that I just kind of like gloss over that I think is very interesting. The Cobra sub I think is cool. Even their underwater base with that gigantic like checkerboard design outside, that's all original design stuff that we've never seen anywhere else. I think is really cool. Mara is one of the few characters that is introduced in the cartoon, is solely designed for the cartoon, but would actually make a second appearance, sort of, in a two-part episode called There's No Place Like Springfield. Shipwreck has been captured by Cobra, and they're trying to coerce information out of him. They've just built everything so it looks like he's been, like he has amnesia, or he's been unconscious for a long time. And Mara is, a fake Mara is there in a simulation that it looks like he married her and they had a child together. Which I think is really cool because, again, you did not see a lot of these characters come back in any capacity at all. And I've already spoken about how thrilled I am that they made a figure of it and how much I hope that we see more of them. We'll keep a short running list as we watch more of these of characters that I think would make cool figures or are just like interesting characters in the G.I. Joe universe that just kind of have a one and done show. Jaren, speaking of, you're talking about cartoons today and older cartoons then, and that's got me thinking about this new Energon universe cartoon that Kirkman is developing. What are your hopes, your thoughts? What do you think it's going to look like? What do you hope that they are involving in it? Do you want it to be just like the comic, or do you think it's going to take on its kind of like its own life?
So I hope that it has a similar vibe to the comic. Like, we haven't gotten super into talking on the comics, but I love the universe that they're building. But I don't want it to necessarily be beholden to, because I think what is so good about the comics is it's its own thing. They can do whatever. I mean, just talking with the Transformers, they've killed a lot of like major characters, and they've not shied away from that in the Joe, just it's not as much. Mm-hmm. And I think that being able to be in their own and letting it breathe. Now, I think you can, you don't have to necessarily say, hey, this is not definitely in it. And you don't have to say, hey, this is definitely in it. You can just allow them kind of both to be their things. And if you want to do the gymnastics to make it work, make it work. But also the thing, and I know it's not going to be the case, or I shouldn't say I know. I don't think it will be the case, but what I want is it not to be full-on Invincible. Don't get me wrong. I love Invincible. Mm-hmm. I think that's a great show. But I've got a 10-year-old son that I want to show this to, and he does not watch Invincible. So if we can keep it just I'm not saying it has to be exactly like anything else, but something in that vein of, what was it, Resolute, where it was a little bit more... or like we were really into the Young Justice show where like it's a kid's show, but it's not like for like little kids. It deals with some real harsh things. Yes. I mean, because I've let him read the comics. That's not anything crazy.
That was going to be my first question, is if you thought the comic was appropriate for that age.
Yeah, and I haven't seen anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty. Definitely more on the Transformers side. Yeah. It gets pretty gruesome, but because they're Transformers, it's a little bit more okay. More so, I just mean once again, I like Invincible, but it seems like they were just kind of going for shock value. Like, hey, look, we're a cartoon and we're blowing people apart in the most gruesome way, which is also, I mean, the cartoon did that, or the comic did that a lot too. So as long as they keep it in the same vibe, then I'm okay. Because I think the comic for the most part has been really a really good mix. Whereas if it goes full Invincible, then I would hate to not be able to watch it with my kid. And I want him to get into things that I like, but also I don't want to have to worry about what he's repeating or seeing or
Sure.
All that fun stuff.
I think looking at it from Invincible is very faithful to the comic, and the comic is obviously a mature-rated book from the get-go. Thinking about Kirkman's other established property, The Walking Dead, which couldn't have gotten any further off the rails from the comic than it did, in my opinion, I wonder where the happy medium is. If they follow the comic verbatim, which you almost can't do because we're talking about one animated series that's combining 3 different comics. Will the Void Rivals people even be in it, or is it specifically just going to be the G.I. Joe and the Transformers? Because
I've not seen anything about Void Rivals.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the whole core of the Energon universe, I would think. But I guess there's ways to write around it. They're not exactly key components of the story right now either, but you can see where stuff is starting to connect.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
to
it'll
see
be
for
interesting to see how they handle that. Which I have. Listen, I think we've talked about it before. I've never been like a huge Transformers guy. The Energon universe is making me really enjoy Transformers. I am. Like that book, they just got Dan Mora on the art for I think issue 24 and 25 and now 26. It's been really good. I really like what they're doing.
Yeah, I am. But the Transformers book is the only book that I'm kind of behind on. I read it every like 6 or to 8 months. I'll read a bunch of them at once. I'm mostly completely caught up on all G.I. Joe and Void Rivals stuff. The new G.I. Joe relaunch book is by far the book that I'm the most invested in. I really have enjoyed the fresh takes, but it's still extremely faithful to the old G.I. Joe universe. We'll talk more about the Energon universe as a whole, especially the comic book side of things, at a later episode, because I do have a lot of thoughts about it overall, and I know Joel does too. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much for watching. You can reach us on social media at Anything Joe's Pod. You can send us an email at anythingjoespod@gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you. We'll be back in 2 short weeks with something. Maybe that comic book talk, because I know Joel has been chomping at the bit to talk about it, and we've not been talking offline about it because we're saving it for that discussion. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you again in just 2 short weeks, where anything's available for discussion here on Anything Joe's.